Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning out there. All U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter. And remember, we the people, for the people, by the people. We are the individuals who control the United States of America, the people who believe in America, the people who support the U.S. Constitution. We had great news, which the election against the troll in Chicago. I commend the Italian Americans and every Chicagoan out in Chicagoland, my place of former office and residence. We really like the individuals out there. Love the area. Love the area. The Italian community is strong out there. I say hello to my brethren in the Italian American Civil Rights League. We still will win every issue and every point of attack that Black Lives Matter had taken upon the Italian American culture. Now that the troll is gone, or AKA Jabba the Hutt, we will see a lot of change for the better. We just got to watch out for Black Lives Matter movement. Still, they're heavily entrenched with their anti-Christianity, pro-homosexuality ideology, along with their communistic agenda, which is the Obama-Biden agenda. And as you know, Obama is from the state of Illinois. We need to stop that. We need to get all these individuals who are anti-American and give them an ultimatum. Either they stop or you go out to the country where you want. We the people, for the people, by the people, support First Amendment, freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of, connect with anything. But we don't support genocide like BLM supports. You cannot get on national TV and say you want to annihilate the white race. That is a communication of a threat. Cory Booker communicated a threat to then President Donald Trump. He wanted to punch him in the face, along with Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi, who on TV ripped up a document that was property of the United States of America. That's just destruction of government property. And other hosts of illegal activity. But we got to remember one thing. Again, we the people, for the people, by the people, are the people of the United States of America, and we will prevail. All the hatred for the Italian Americans and the Italian culture, we're going to stop that. U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter, protects all lives. And that's going to be one of our serious forefronts in the future and right now. Because there is a serious problem in this country, in the U.S. courts, with the Italian American cases that are being covered up in the U.S. courts, and illegal indictments and pursuit of Italian American Republicans. It seems that the Democrats get away with millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars of theft of government funds. But if an Italian American group, they get a hold of it, and we are indicted under the Civil RICO Act and RICO Act. So again, we fought for this country. Italian Americans, Asian Americans, Greeks, Palestinians, some Palestinians, because you do have some that are Muslims and are anti-Christians. Those are the ones you have to be careful for. I still can't believe that Yasser Arafat was accepted as a world leader after he blew up the TWA terminal in the 70s. I still have a hard time digesting that. It is, you commit a terroristic act and you're embraced by the United States. Very hard to digest. A lot of Americans died in that attack. The same thing on the attack on the Achille Lauro. the Italian cruise ship, where a Jewish gentleman in a wheelchair was thrown off by Palestinian guerrillas. We got to look at this here. The state of Texas right now is being quietly and covertly bought up by Muslims and Chinese. We have to put a serious screen. We have to put that under a microscope, because this is the country of the United States of America. We are not an Islamic state. We will never be an Islamic state. And we will never allow a communist government. Right now, Black Lives Matter movement and Antifa are working in unison and concert with one another under the directions of a few influential countries in the UN that are communist, mainly China, Russia, and we have Iran. As you've seen, the Squad buck the United States Constitution. They tried to overthrow the United States Constitution. This country has quietly sought to change and add another language called Ebonics. They voted that down. But quietly and silently, the younger generation has polluted and diluted the United States Constitution through the use of computers and social media. As you've seen, Elon Musk, throughout all the COINTELPRO operative agents and rats out of his company. The United States government hates that. Just like in the 80s, when Donald Trump was building his empire, threw the FBI at his office because they were telling him who they wanted him to hire. They didn't want the Italians, companies that he had on the jobs at then. Why? What were they doing wrong? That was the answer. They couldn't give one. All they said was, they're Italian and organized crime. Donald Trump threw him out of his office. And we commend Donald Trump. That's why Donald Trump will be the next president in 2024. We the people, for the people, by the people, will put him in. It has nothing to do with racism, because if you support the Obama-Biden agenda, then you're supporting racism against the white, Italian, Asian, and other ethnic groups, because BLM is their foot soldiers for the Obama-Biden agenda, which preaches hatred, homosexuality, preaches genocide. Look everything up. What I say is true. It's all validated from Channel 4 News to Channel 7 to CNN. Any validation you want is right there in front of you. Look on YouTube. You'll see some of the Latino community members allied themselves to go up against the Italian culture. So again, where is justice? Where is justice in the Bronx? Where is the individual almost over $900 million that was pumped into the Hunts Point Terminal Market, produce market? Where did that go? But you went ahead and threw Raz Trading LLC out of there, refused his entry, not once, but several times in the course of his duties as a licensed member of the PACA. Where is justice? The allegiance between the democratic communities in the United States of America violated the U.S. Constitution, the equal application and protection of law, and due process of law, as well as the Eighth Amendment, free to be cruel and unusual punishment. Fourth Amendment, free to be safe from illegal intrusion. There is so much computer hacking and cell phone cloning and hacking into cell phones. It is not fucking funny. Years ago, Motorola made the former head of the DEA, Josephine Napolitano, CEO of Motorola. This individual had access to what? Cell phones and communication access codes. But we even go before, when Carly Fiorina, then head of Hewlett Packard, was removed because she argued with who? The board of directors of Hewlett Packard. Hewlett Packard was well aware what the United States Justice Department was trying to transpire, or shall we say, progress into an illegal backdoor put into a computer. These individuals should be stopped, and they did stop them by firing Carly Fiorina. But they inset a lot more and a lot quieter people. She thought she was going to obtain and maintain her position as an undercover operative for the U.S. Department of Justice. That it wasn't the case, which was a great, great feat. Now we come up to modern day times where people's names are being changed to be in Italian, like de Blasio changed his name from Wilhelm. That should not be, because that's committing a fraud. He's a public official. Why are you changing your name? To tarnish the Italian American community? So you can maintain your agenda under Black Lives Matter movement? Every community, every municipality who funded painting Black Lives Matter and murals or on the street violated the U.S. Constitution, because those funds came from tax dollars of the people. And it's we the people, for the people, by the people, that should have been put to a vote as to what should be authorized. So therefore, that violation should be sought, and the funds returned by that mayor or county executive who authorized paying for that paint, and who authorized their police force 24 hours a day to maintain guard over those murals until they were dry. That is equal application and protection of the law. So again, all these gadgets that these people use, they use the KSAC rats, which is the KSAC program for the state, which create informants. We call them rats on the street because they are rats. They're varmints. They're in your place of business under the guise that they went through a drug program. But they're giving information on you, and they're taking down information about your customer base, so on and so forth. And the FBI SIA program is for the federal government, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, who these people debriefed in the gang intelligence units known as Special Management Units, SMU program, which, as you've seen, blew up in a very serious manner in the maximum security facility in Illinois called Thorson. So now again, we have several SMU units around the Federal Bureau of Prisons that need to be looked at. At one time, I was in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. I spent most of the time in maximum security facilities. I was the youngest person in a facility where the base age was 26 years old. I was 22. So therefore, it goes to show you and prove a pattern of hatred. Now we go back and look at the situation at hand today. Where is the equal application and protection of law clause of the U.S. Constitution? They're trying to get rid of that. They're trying to get rid of every situation that they possibly can, because do you hear anything about Black Lives Matter in the newspapers any longer? No. They're all in key positions in the government, and they all are acting in unison and concert with one another to put down any type of obstacles that the Republicans are trying to, and how do you say, put in front of them, or not obstacles. They call it obstacles, but we call it the truth. The Republican Party puts the truth to them, and they try to erase it. Just like they try to erase history, which is illegal. So again, why don't you stop? The U.S. Constitution is here to stay, and it always will be here. Changing a kid's sex is not up to his liking. That's his parents. If he wants to grow older and become a faggot, that's his business. That's freedom of choice. So again, a child is a child. He is to be reared. He's very incorrigible. And that's why the teachers should be more screened than anything, because they're molding a child's mind for the future. And the future is not what the teacher wants. It's the future of what they do and what they like and what they want to excel at. We need to stop all this stuff, especially these professors. Every teacher who violates that should get their credentials taken and barred from teaching for the rest of their life. Using gadgets and developing gadgets to brainwash people is a crime against humanity. Making gadgets to deter births in a targeted group is genocide, punishable by death by hanging, which hopefully will become the truth and reality in the future. We need to have these people hung to send a message. You want to reset America? Okay, fine. You want to reset the laws? Fine. We got UN treaty laws. Death by hanging is also in their books, Articles 2 through 9. And that's what you deserve. You want to try to control people? Well, you're not. We will prevail. U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter is here to stay. And after my surgery, we will go again. Remember, Rizzoli versus Hunts Point Terminal Market Produce Association et al. Is on the books to stay. And 16 CV 7136 in the Southern District of New York before Judge Schoenfeld will be reversed and remanded, and we will have a trial. And we will see who is at fault. We will see those videos and show where Black and Latino group people accosted and denied Kevin Rizzoli, the owner of RAZ Trading LLC, a U.S. Navy veteran, his rights under New York City human rights laws, under the Sherman Act, they violated, and under the Civil RICO Act, they violated, under the UCC laws, as well as Title VII, the USDA laws, which is federal. So again, you could take and alter all you want with your gadgets. You can't alter the truth. You try to alter videos in Rizzoli versus Jersey City Police et al., and you altered the heading of it. So now deal with the problems. Deal with the situations you have. You want to steal mail under COINTELPRO? The U.S. mail going to a federal courthouse, you want to selectively and collectively remove documents as you did in the Third Circuit Court of Appeals envelope that was sent certified mail. Well, I'll tell you what, that is not going to happen because we're going to move forward. Again, equal application and protection of law clause. Due process of law. That is your headaches. You've created it. Now you're going to get hung for it. Because I could not have children, and I'm going to push, as an Italian-American Roman Catholic, my U.S. constitutional rights be adhered to. You will pay for me not having children. From that 2008 surgical procedure that was illegally conducted at Muncie Regional Medical Center under the Obama administration. Thank you very much.